One of the things I know you were interviewed by Carl Saganov-Akad recently, and I talked to him about this. I mean, one of the things that seems to me to be happening is, him and I talked about this, if you were to poll the general public on this issue, and you were to say, is someone who has transitioned from being male to being female a biological woman? I think, I'm pretty comfortable that it would be in the high 90s of people who would say no to that.
Well, of course, because you've told them this person was biologically male and they've now transitioned to be a woman.
Right.
Like, you don't change biology when you transition.
Right.
You do everything you can to fit that biology and make yourself as comfortable as you can be, but transition is never 100% perfect.
And yet, if I were to go on national television or radio or write a piece in a newspaper saying a person who's transitioned is not biologically the sex which they claim to now be, or the gender which they claim to now be, you would be destroyed overnight.
Yeah.
So essentially we now live in a situation where the opinion of a tiny minority of people is the one that is allowed to be heard and to be spoken. And the opinion of the overwhelming majority of the public is the one that is not allowed to be spoken and not allowed to be heard.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
I would say so, yeah. Like, it's controversial. I've even seen trans women be banned from Twitter simply for saying that they're biological males. They're not calling other people biological males. They're simply saying, look, I'm a trans woman. Okay, I see myself as a woman, but I am biologically male. Someone
Really?
pretty much said that exact message, and she got banned for it. I've known countless trans women who that has happened to.
Wow.
So even we can't say it. Even we're not allowed to say it.
And what do you think are the long-term implications of that?
I think it gives a very misleading idea of what we are. I think it makes it look as though we are a lot more, like, unhinged. We really deny the reality that it also sidelines biological women and biological men as well, because it says that a man's issue is no longer about like testicular cancer, or a woman's issue is no longer about pregnancy. And you see this when you have these more intersectional, more progressive women's rights groups in particular, where they'll be considered talking about periods as is problematic if you got trans women in the room, because not all women have periods. Not all women can get pregnant. And it's the same, you see it with men's groups as well, where not all men have, some men have periods. Some men can give birth. And there was I can't even remember the name of the group, there was a group a couple of days ago that was saying, like, yes, men can get pregnant.
ACLU was.
Yes, that's
the great thing about that is, if men could get pregnant, they'd do it better.